Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in a 65-player free-for-all battle. Full sitting against humans is allowed. Let's get a little crazy with our starting location here. Let's kind of wait for things to simmer down and find a interesting spot for us to go, and someplace I haven't really gone. You know what? I've literally never gone here. This is a terrible location. Let's see if we can make it work. Now, also, I do know that a number of you were anticipating the 10K Q&A video. Oh goodness, that guy started right above me. The 10K Q&A video. Well, I started working on it on Sunday and I realized, wow, this is a lot bigger project than I had initially anticipated. I got a lot more questions than I thought once I had tallied them all together. About 200 of them. So I really want to make sure to give everyone's question the good time it deserves. So it will take a little bit longer for me to get that going. My apologies on that front, but it will be coming out this week. I just want to make sure that if I'm going to put it out, it's going to be something I'm proud of, because I know a lot of you guys took the time to ask the question, so I should answer it correctly. All right, we're in this game now. We unfortunately got bordered by Californian, which really made this spot not so bueno anymore. So we'll try and see what we can do here. Pushing our way out into the east seems to be a little bit of opportunity for us. I do see that we have a ton of neighbors. We will be very much monkey in the middle. It's going to be hard for us to avoid being attacked by all these players, but we'll just play it the best we can. Attack equals full send is very large and in charge. We will try not to attack him because this is a game where you can full send. So that is a very scary prospect for us, as we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. Okay, very dangerous place to be. This is absolutely the most dangerous thing to be. You are incredibly weak though. I'm going to take a risk here, grabbing a little bit of your land. We do have pretty comparable troop numbers to most of our neighbors. We're bigger than everyone but other than attack equals full send, and this was a great opportunity to snag all of Europe in my beautiful, beautiful borders. Oh, I missed that one attack. That stops my momentum. That's okay. We do need to build up. We are 4th in the world, so we're not exactly a slouch here. So we'll just continue to build up and wait for a good opportunity. Brazil is attacking me. Okay, I don't see Brazil. Oh, he's down there in Africa. Okay, he's right there. Yeah. So we'll just ignore that. That might have been an accidental boat. This guy's also pretty weak, though. Let's jump in on this opportunity. Attack equals full send seems to be a little bit preoccupied. We'll go ahead and grab the rest of this, strengthening ourselves, keeping ourselves in 4th place. I see that Imperium is attacking California. That is something I would love to join in on, but I'm very weary. Let's go ahead and do it, though. We've been getting away with it. I think this might be a little bit of a mistake. We'll just do it one more time. We are actually fine. Let's just keep going. I think everyone else is a little bit distracted by their neighbors. Okay, so we do get a good chunk of land out of this. Let's boat up north. I didn't want to boat from there, but that's perfectly fine. I do need to be very wary of my southern neighbor. He's at 1 million troops and I have 300,000 less than him. That is going to be a scary prospect for us, so I'm not worried about the land I'm losing in comparison to the land I might lose, because we are getting attacked. Okay, that is you. Don't. Oh, that's a big attack. Okay. Well, he is not in the top 10. That is our saving grace. We are 5th overall. We just need a little bit of time to build up, so we're just going to hope that nobody else attacks us. We'll try and get some truces out there, some desperate truces that hopefully hold, because if another player joins in, we're going to fall really quickly. Yeah, he's going to commit to attacking us. We are almost his size, though, so as long as we can surpass him and get to our 2 million, we have a strong chance of coming back. So we'll ask him for a truce, because there's really no point in us fighting at this injunction of time. We can go ahead and grab the rest of this guy's land because he's a bot. And I think we can risk this land up here, recouping the land we've lost from player 258. I'm not that scared of him anymore. By the time this attack ends, okay, yeah, he's just going to keep attacking us, but we're much bigger than he is now. So we do get that truce from up north. Very much wanted that. Luxembourg does look to be engaged with the other Brazil player. Attack equals full send to sing at max cap. And our buddy in India is not doing anything. So all of our neighbors seem a little bit preoccupied. Let's go ahead and start counterattacking this one hostile neighbor we do have. I do see Brazil's going down. Let's grab his little bit of land he has in Europe and just continue the attacks in on player 258. This is our real target right now. This guy is 7th on the board right now, and we know he's already got ill intentions towards us. Hopefully other players in Africa want to join in, but so far everyone's looking very distracted. That player over there doesn't seem to be coming over. I was just checking to see who was in the United Kingdom and if they had taken over all of North America, if they were a threat. And they have not, so they are not a big threat to us right now. I don't imagine he will join in, having unsecured borders of his own. I do see a player in Africa has joined in on attacking 258 with me, which is great. I'm very much expecting the full send to come at any point now. I was hoping to get this done a little bit ago. This is... Oh, he full sends on the player from India. Wow. I was saying this was not a target I wanted to engage in. It would not be someone I wanted to fight right away. But that works out beautifully for us as we do secure most of the Middle East and all of Europe for the most part, other than the Iberian Peninsula. So we're looking rather strong. We do move up into second place. First place is actually rather large. Let's try and get some truces out there. You have full sense. Okay, someone must have attacked you. You held true to your name. Got to respect that. We'll get even a little bit closer and start working our way down into this player in Southeast Asia. He gives us the thumbs down. Very angry about that. Perfectly fine. I have a lot of troops compared to you, and I think I can definitely get away with this, as Luxembourg has joined in as well. So we take the crown away from Soy Boy down there. Soy Boy is rather large. He must have all of Antarctica. Well, we do get a good chunk of Southeast Asia. Now, this is the scary point where I think people are going to start ganging up on me. So let's preemptively attack the weakest players we can that have the most amount of land. And that starts with Glitch over here. I'm going to avoid Soy Boy for as long as possible and just continuously attack my weaker neighbors, grabbing as much land as possible, making sure to increase my advantage wherever I can. Soy Boy is actually boated over into this other Africa player. That is a very interesting move. He gets Madagascar. Let's finish up Glitch before he's able to move his way over. I'm glad we worked on Africa. Otherwise, we would have sacrificed it to Soy Boy, and that would have been a very bad move on our part. As we do manage to get the crown, he does full send on Soy Boy. We get all of the land, or at least a good chunk of Africa, containing Soy Boy's expansion any farther. Now, I think this is a great opportunity to go on Luxembourg. He's got a lot of land. He's in third place, and we can really chunk down him and Brazil rather fast. I'm going to leave my buddy up north on my team forever, because he could have attacked me and really ruined my day, but he did not. So I have a lot to owe him for that. We are a little bit weaker than Soy Boy, but we're just going to push into Brazil. Just completely ignore Soy Boy if he does attack us. The land that we're going to be getting is going to make up for any that we do lose here. So I'm not concerned with Soy Boy as long as United States doesn't join in. He's the only other player in a position to really attack me at this point. But he does look like he's boating into South America, which is perfect for me. I'm going to finish up Brazil, just completely ignoring Soy Boy's attacks on me. They are not going to do enough damage to really prevent me. You can see my pixel count is just going up and up and up from here. This guy only has about 800,000 troops left, and there he goes. That should be the last attack. And yes, we have captured basically all of Asia at this point. And let's go over into South America. Let's just prevent Soy Boy's next move. He's all the way down in Antarctica. We are friends with you, my friend. And we will start pushing against Soy Boy just to weaken him up, so his attacks aren't so violent. I don't really have designs to really take him down at this point. I'd much rather focus in on grabbing the rest of the New World before any other player is able to consolidate all of that land. This is definitely a good target for me, though, hitting Soy Boy down as he is in second place. But again, as soon as my boat lands in South America, that's where my focus is going to be. And I'm going to put a lot of effort into that. Now, United States is aggressively attacking somebody in North America. I'm not sure if that is a wise move. Yeah, he's putting a lot of faith in me. He's got 1 million troops left. Are you kidding me? Well, we gotta just take the land. Be irresponsible not to. As we do touch down in the New World, and this is 46, 48, almost 50% of the world. Yeah, Nick will give us 50%, and now it's gonna be really hard for anybody to stop us at this point. We can just rip through the rest of the New World. There's nobody strong enough to put up a good defense against us. So again, just continuously ignoring Soy Boy if he does anything. But he's kind of simmered down at this point. I think he's kind of accepted that there's not going to be too many people to help him out here, as we do get full sent on by player 80. So we will just grab the rest of his land and start moseying up through the rest of North America as we make our way through Central America. Player 479 does quit. He does recognize what's about to happen, and yeah, that's going to happen to you. It's also going to happen to this pink player up here as we quickly dispatch him. Now, I'm not going to worry about the islands, as I do see my my buddy is over here. I'm going to let him have all those islands up there. And we're going to start working down Soy Boy, finishing up what we started a little bit ago and grabbing all of his land. He does full send us. It barely moves the meter. Oh, that's the worst. So we'll go ahead and grab the rest of his games. GG's to you, sir. You played very well. You just didn't have anybody else to really help you out on it. I would have done the same thing in your position, but a tough position it was to be in. You'd never really expect someone from Central Asia, or Central Asia / Europe to get so large, and that's exactly what we were able to do in this one. So we'll grab the big islands where we need to, and then wait for the little piece out here. We do want to get Antarctica, though. I refuse to end any game without grabbing at least most of the landmass, making myself look nice and pretty, obviously. And good. Our buddy did grab all the islands. He picked up what we were putting down. That, yeah, we're going to be friends till the very end. So we'll just get the rest of Antarctica here. Come on. Give me all of it. We need all of it. So we'll give the claps of good sportsmanship. We'll say we're looking for the peace and give one ye kissy face for the boys and look for the peace here and move on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a 31-player teams battle here in the good old US of A. We are on the green team. I like this spot. Let's go ahead and go here. Again, just trying to mix up my starting locations. And okay, now that you're here, I'm leaving. That is way too close for a teammate to be. You can have that. I was about to say no one's going up north. I'm going to go up north. It's a great position for us to be in. We'll see how much expansion we can get from here. And oh, almost missed our sin there. Yeah, nobody spawned near us in the very beginning, so we have a lot of room to get big and hopefully be able to defend it all. Having the crown early, especially in the America map, is really a rough place to be. You get teamed up on rather quickly, so but us being in the corner might be able to prevent that just by limiting the amount of neighbors that we do have. I do see we have our first neighbor there on the white team over to the right of us. That will hopefully be someone we don't conflict with too much, but he doesn't have a ton of troops, so I'm not the most concerned with him. He's actually having to fight off the bots. He might not make it out of the bot phase in all honesty. But our goals remain elsewhere, and we will continue to push down and just into any bot that is incredibly weak. We do have a lot of green bots standing in our way, so we will have to play a little bit of navigation to get around them. As our buddy did survive, 921 is his name on the white team, so he is going to make it through. Okay, he will be a little bit of a threat. He does offer us a truce right away. Not sure if that's one I'm going to really want right now. And I don't want to take my time to not click right now. This is such a crucial phase of the game that we really need to move, especially getting around that green wall of bots we have to the southwest of us is going to be a big pain in the butt. As it's really kind of forcing us in the middle, which is not a good place to be, especially with the crown. So we're going to try and corner over here, see what we can do. Now, fortunately for us, there is one large yellow player that's blocking off the middle, so we are not going to be touching too many people's borders. Looks like 3 people overall are going to touch borders with us, which is a good amount. Nothing too big off that. I'm a little bit worried. Fish is weak, though. Yeah, okay. Actually, Fish cut off the Jersey player on Drew in pink, so that is very good for us. Eliminates a neighbor, yeah. And Drew is not happy about that, as he does give some big attacks into Fish, so that'll be a good path of expansion for us. Now, that will give us borders on 2 players on the yellow team, which is a little bit on the scary side, but there's the full send. Let's grab all of this land and just kind of embrace what we have going for us. We are incredibly large. We have about 60,000 pixels, or just about, at the end of all of this. So we're going to move very fast in our next attacks here. Yeah, we have 60,000, so we just hold the line here, building up our troops, taking advantage of what's happening around us. Now, looking at the board, the big threat is obviously the magenta team. They have 32% of the entire world, and they are kind of working together. It's a little bit scary here if we let that team build up. They have 3rd and 4th position overall, so that is another thing we need to worry about, as E11 does go into player 591 on the yellow team. That's an interesting move, that's for sure. It's either going to be the black team or the... Okay, you full sent him. Wow. Okay, I guess we have to get all this land. I wasn't really keen on touching both the magenta players, but we can't just let them have this land. This needs to be our land, as the other yellow player has left. Probably a little bit frustrated with his player full sending out of nowhere. They definitely could have made a little bit more noise out of this one. But now the magenta team is a real threat, as the black team is kind of collapsing, and we're going to be touching potentially borders on all of the magenta players, which is not a place I want to be. Fortunately for us, player 742 below us does go into E11 instead of us. That is a huge tactical error. Fortunately, Turkey's also getting a little bit of that land. I cannot allow 742 to have all of this land. I was hoping to be able to save up to my max interest, but no, we got to push right now. This guy's weak now. He is in 2nd place, so we can really do some damage here and control our destiny and the board here. So we'll definitely take that truce here. Drew Jersey does try and protect his teammate, but his teammate drastically overextended on that factor. And Turkey does eat the full send from player 742. As now we have about 28% of the board, but we are the last remaining player on the green team. So it is going to be us against the world here. This is far from over. This is going to be a hard one to get through. But fortunately for us, Drew has over-attacked and gives us a big chunk of land. So that's going to really change things up. That drastically shoots us up in the percentage markers. So yeah, we're up to 43% on the board. So now we are in a much more winning position. How do we go from here? Well, we do have 2 allies. I'm going to trust that those 2 are going to be my allies, but I do need to take somebody out right away. So I'm going to save up to red interest and probably take out Wiltz. Wiltz is someone that player 921's been asking me to attack, and 921's been a good ally to me up until now. And my big goal is getting through the magenta players. So we'll go ahead and take them out as well, taking out the last remaining team as we do control 52% of the board. So really in a dominant position. It's going to be hard for us to lose here. And no, as an experienced player, it probably wouldn't happen, but it is possible to still lose at this point. So we will finish up over here, get the rest of your land, and we will leave player 921 to get the rest of the north. Now, Kosovo is someone that I had kind of left alone. I don't know if I want to attack him or not. Do you have an alliance with this man? Yes or no? I saw you emote earlier, so I trust you to be able to respond to me. And depending on what he does is what we'll do, but he says yes. Okay, so they're not friends. We'll go and grab the rest of this land over here and start to wrap things up. And as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the episode. If you have made this far in the episode, hey, give it a thumbs up, really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put videos every day, but boys, I will see you in the next one.